Hello and welcome back to Ocean World Eating Crafters. It's been 3 days since the last time I played this game, although those of you who are watching regularly saw just an episode just yesterday. And I had some feedback on a couple of things. I think I resolved most of it on my own, but there's a few things that are maybe outstanding that I need to deal with. One of those is mining from the ground. You used to be able to, in the demo, put a miner on the ground and collect rocks. They must have done away with that when they added the large rock deposits, because that's how we have to use, or how we have to get it now. So just to kind of talk about that one little change there. Another thing was that might be outstanding is sulfur. There is no sulfur mine on this landmass, but there is on this landmass. Wally, if you zoom out far enough, you can see the sulfur. There's also supposedly some uranium someplace too, but we can't get here yet until we fix the ship. So we need to go fix the ship, and we need to see what that's going to take. But there was a thing called a fuel cell, or something that we unlocked in the crafting screen. Let's go take a look at what that might, it's probably over here, what that might take. Vehicle energy cell, that's what it is. Refined cobalt and sulfur. We could actually make one of those now. Energy cell for spaceships and other vehicles. When I read that, when it popped up, it didn't click to me that the spaceship that we apparently landed here on is a vehicle, but it is. So we need to make at least one of those, maybe more. I don't know how much energy we actually need to get to the other landmass, but maybe. We'll see how that goes. But I also want to go and just collect up a little bit more sulfur so that we have it here before we do anything that involves flying around. I don't know whether when we fly we'll be able to come back or not, but even if we can't, this stuff is fine here. So I wanted to come to this sulfur cave here, and then possibly this other one that we might have spotted on the map right in there. I think that's where it was. It looks like that's where it was. I see a little yellow dot there. To see if there's that sulfur or if there's something else there before we kind of move on. So let's go down in here. I feel like there was something else I was supposed to talk about as part of this return to short, I don't know, interval between recording and releasing kind of thing, but I have no memory of what it might have been at this point. If I come up with it later, well, then I will we'll come up with it later. If there was something that you commented on, either in the chat or the comments, and even if I acknowledge it, if I don't cover it in this episode, then by all means, remind me of it again, because I might remember it for the next one. So that was that set of sulfur. We've only used a little over 25% of our oxygen. Thank God for 300, right? Let's see, that's just, yeah, quartz and stuff over there, it looks like. There's the other landmass, by the way. Yeah, Wally, there's another landmass even. I think we need to go down and around like that, yeah. So there is a tree way up here, and I was wondering, oh no, this is copper, we need to go around this way. I was wondering how far the spread of the greenery would go. At least the mossiness or the grassiness of the ground seems to be fairly limited in the area nearest to where we set it up, but the rest of it might be a little bit more, the trees might be able to spread a little bit more. So that's kind of interesting. We'll see if that, how that pans out long term. So over this way someplace. I guess I could have pinned it. That would have been a good idea. Let's go there. Over this way someplace, we have what appears to be maybe another sulfur cave with a couple of sulfur pieces poking out the front. Maybe, maybe not. I think I have oxygen. I do have one oxygen bottle. Okay, good. Just in case I need it. Is that a large rock deposit? Yes, it is. Must be just a piece of whatchamacallit up there, quartz or something. Lots of rocks, though. I'm kind of amused at how many rock deposits there are, given that there's no restriction other than cramming them all together on how many rocks you can, or how many miners you can have on a node, whether that be a rock or a ore node. I also am going to see that we're going to be full here pretty soon, because we only had less than 1 stack of sulfur that we could accommodate, and there's more here, I think, than we actually can carry. Inventory full. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to huff this oxygen. It gives me another 100, and that'll be fine, because we have space for 300. I don't know whether we lost the one that I was mining when it told me that I was full, or if it told me I was full after the mining got finished. I don't know how that works as far as resource retention, but let's go. Did I see any other possible caves? There might be one there. We should be alright. We should be alright. Let's go see. Do a little bit more exploration. I suspect we can fly the ship back and forth, but I don't know that we want to do so. But I also don't know that we don't want to do so. So we can, you know, we can see. If fuel cell only costs sulfur and cobalt, then it's probably not so bad to do, to make more and fly back and forth, back and forth. Yep, here's another sulfur cave. We're not going to be able to carry all of this, though, so should I even bother with it? We can only carry 14 of it. I could take all that I can carry, I guess. Well, 13, if I counted correctly. Yep, and then that's 14. So it did not yell at me there, and it would yell at me, but still delete the one that I mine next, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, so we'll come back to this if we decide we need more sulfur. I'm glad there's a couple of extra sulfur caves, though. That way we can make some batteries and things, which would actually have been good to have before this excursion, but I didn't know how much we would need and things. The personal battery, that is. And then, of course, the battery for the solar power that we're going to need here, like right now, because it's getting dark. So we may not actually have any power in our base when we get back there, but it'll be alright if we don't. Like a Jupiter-like planet. Oh, I remember what one of the other things was that was outstanding. I think it was Glass Deviant told me, or somebody told me, that running the belts will delete the terrain that's clipping with it. So I actually want to test that once we get back here. Huff some more oxygen and maybe drop off something, and then maybe make something, and then we can test that out on like the mountain here or something. We do have quite a bit of greenery just in our local area here, which is kind of nice. A base, that's where I'm going, Molly, is the base. There you go. All about that base. There we go. Okay, so let's stash maybe something. How about this little stack of quartz? Maybe some of these plates and rods, maybe. I could probably get rid of that one rock, or mine another one so that I can make, or two more so I can make cement out of it. But we're going to eventually terraform more, I imagine. So I wanted to make batteries and things. We wanted to have one of these standard batteries, which needs 3 battery cells and a circuit board. So 3 battery cells, and then a circuit board. And of course, all this stuff should be automatable, but I can't be asked. We definitely going to want at least one of these, but I want to go look at the ship and see how many, if it gives me any hint as to how much energy I'm going to need before I only make one and jump in the ship and head for glory. So let's put that in there. That gives us more energy. Now we're up to 170 energy before we reset. Oh, let's also have a little snack here. And maybe I should make a couple more oxygen bottles, just in case. How about 5? 5 is a couple, right? Right. Oops, and then I escaped out, so I did make all 5. Okay, good. Let's go over to the ship and see if the ship gives me a hint as to what, how much power it needs. Oh, this extra run time is a little bit nice. We'd be out by now. tab. So it can take apparently 3 energy cells, which lasts 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So we're going to definitely want at least 3 of them in here. But I should also possibly pack up some materials that we might want to take with us to the other landmass, so we don't have to start from scratch. So maybe we take at least a couple stacks of each of the kind of initially refined materials here. Those and these, and maybe some more of those even. I will definitely take some sulfur with me, but that might just live in my inventory. We'll see. I'll top off my stack of silica and quartz, and then maybe some more cobalt as well. And then whatever I have in my inventory at the time, but at least a couple stacks of each material. When I look at, hold on a second, when I look at like this, iron plates and cement. Okay, so yeah, we definitely want those things. Of course, once we get that built and we get other things built, then we can, you know, decide how much of other stuff we want. But for now, this will do nicely. Let's make 2 more of those things before we do much else, if we can. Not there, but over here. Actually, I can only make 1. I need more refined cobalt. I could also make more than that, though. And that's kind of what I've been pondering in my head as I've been doing this instead. Is what if I had, like, twice as many as I needed? So, like, 6. Let's take all of this. And then also, I want to have some sulfur left over, although we do know there's sulfur over there. But I want to have some to take with me, just in case we need it for some reason. I don't know what the reason is, but maybe. 3, 4, 5, 6. But I do want to build maybe one of those big batteries for over here before we leave. The ones you build on the ground, that is. What is this? Computer. Battery cells. Okay, so the one you build on the ground. Oh, there is a vehicle here. A steamroller. This terraforming vehicle is used to flatten or smooth the ground efficiently. Ooh. Well, that's a horse of a different color. I didn't notice we had that. Let's make one of these if we have enough sulfur for the battery cell. Let's see. That's 10 battery cells. That's going to use most of it. We do have quite a bit left in... Oops, I did the wrong thing. I don't want 11, though. I only want 10. Can I right-click to take one out? Oh, I can! Oh, that's good. Okay, good. Oh, no, it took them all out. Okay. Oh, not enough cobalt ore. Okay. Never mind. It was a supply problem. Beams and circuit boards. All the things. Come over here, get some more cobalt ore. And at least another stack of cobalt refined, because we're going to want to load that in the ship. If I can keep myself from having to pick up everything off the ground, that would be kind of nice. Let's see. Battery cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then battery. I'll put it over there by the solar panels, just because. I mean, it seems logical, but just because. Maybe under the solar panels even. Like what if I put it like here where I can't build more solar panels anyway? That. Now that says it's got 100 megawatt hours of energy. These are producing 90 megawatts. And if I looked at this, its power production is 22 to 90 megawatt hours. Well, that's full. We're only demanding 63 megawatts, so that means we could run this for an hour and a half or so. If my math is correct, which megawatt hours is just one of those things where I have to actually sit down and think about it, and I'm not doing that right now. So beyond that, we could make the steamroller, but I don't know if I want to spend the materials on that. Plus, I don't know what a controller costs. We have those in here? No. No. I don't know where we make controllers. Maybe we can't make this yet. Maybe controller is something we unlock later. Or I'm just blind. I don't see controllers, though. So let's top off a few more stacks of things. I wanted some more frames. And I wanted some more rubber belts. We'll take a whole stack of those. I basically have a whole stack of food, so I'm fine there. This can just go in like that. Sort. That's okay. What didn't I put in there? Maybe some quartz and some silica. Also, I think I needed more copper wire. I can go over here and get both of them. Let's top that off plus one more, and then top that off, and that's probably enough. Okay, and then that might be everything I need. Plates and rods I had quite a few of. Guess I could maybe grab one more stack of rods and top off the stack of plates. Don't need food. Don't need other rubber. I'm good on cobalt, I think. We might be alright. I guess if we forgot anything, we can always come back for it. Oh, I didn't test the belt thingy. Let's go and test the belt thingy real quick before we leave. Just because. I mean, we could probably do it over there because we're going to have to run a bunch of belts, but I want to see what it does. So if I just tested it right here, like, I put in a belt like this, and I said, hey, I want you to clip through this whole mountain here. It does. Oh! Thank you? Oh, then put it back. Maybe. I don't think I put it all back. Now I'm mystified a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it puts it back. Well, that's creepy. Okay. Let's go back to the ship and... Oh, maybe I should go get the rest of that sulfur. Oh, I should. Okay, I lied. We're not going to the ship yet. We're going to go pick up the rest of that sulfur first. Just in case. But I'm going to puff some oxygen here first. And why don't we have a snack too? Here we go. I believe I still have the pin set for that one, or did I not move it? I left it there. Okay, good. There may be yet another cave or two on this map. I don't know. Or on this landmass. I don't know. But I don't see one that's obvious, I guess. There goes my power. All that power for naught. So I might be missing the controller someplace, or there's something else I have to do in order to unlock it. See seams in the mountains every so often. I'm assuming that's a graphical error. I wonder if you could put 2 batteries or 2 oxygen bottles in your slots there to add more capacity. Could have tested that when I had the 2 single oxygen bottles before I made the double. That would have been smart. That would have to make anything special. Oh well. We've used that this is large rocks in front of or as part of the sulfur stuff. Dave. What if we get... Oh, I'm clipping. There we are. A jetpack or something, too. Oh, I do remember one more thing. That was in the comments or the chat that I completely forgot about. The drone. The drone view, like when you're... I'll show in just a minute after I finish this up. Yeah, that Yeah, okay. Even removing the sulfur redid some stuff. Before I do that... Yeah, I don't see any sulfur peeking out like this one and the other one had. That doesn't mean anything, but I don't see it. That's not what I wanted you to do. So, while there might be more caves, I'm not going to do a full crazy exploration to try and find them. So the drone, which was V, if you're building, you can build with this, and then you can align your buildings better as you're doing different building things. And that was like when I'm doing the solar panels or the wind turbines, I could be up here in the drone and you bring it back down again. Not control, shift to lower it. Okay. Can you mine? Oh, the drone can even do mining? Okay, that's a bit creepy. I like it. That's creepy. Okay. V again, and we'll come back and go this way. Let's go back home before we run out of oxygen. Top it off, and then get to the ship. And then go to the other landmass, finally. Only 22 minutes into this episode, but then again, I didn't even remember the other landmass existed until, I don't know, near the end of the last one. Watching the last one, I should say. So, there was that. So, if when we build more power structures and even the buildings and things, I'll want to do that with the drone, maybe. Okay, charge it up again. Load it up. I actually did remember one other thing I wanted to look for. In here somewhere. Forgot about the... Oh, there's a kitchen too. Interesting. Vehicle hangar. Ship platform. A platform for your spaceship. There was these platforms. These are a bit more expensive than the concrete, but if they're bigger, and they are, that might be a better option. I'm not going to leave them here, but that might be a better option. They don't snap together though, do they? No, they do not. Like how in Planet Crafter you can like point one at the next one and it'll just snap it to that same edge. Not so much here. And also they are very not forgiving of the terrain. So, but those might be useful for different building efforts. And I'm guessing that the height of this staircase matches those. But I would want one that would kind of help me smooth over the terraforming a bit. But I guess maybe if we can build that steamroller, then that won't matter much. So maybe we'll just wait on that idea. Okay, let's hop over here and load some of this stuff into the spaceship. What all did I bring that I didn't have before that I wanted to load in here? The cobalt. I'll keep the rest of my inventory, I guess. Oh, and then 3 of these fuel cells. And maybe I'll keep the other one in my inventory too. Oh, 2 silica. Okay. Let's, you just E to use the spaceship. All right, we have 10 minutes of flight time, it appears. W to accelerate, S to slow down, E to leave vehicle, and hold right-click to look around. So, W. There we go. Inverted, yeah. Oh, the flight time is going to be completely fine. Inverted mouse controls, and it's a wee bit touchy. A wee bit. I also don't know where I should land over here. If I S, can I just hover? Or will I sink? I will sink. Okay. Let me look at the map real quick. Is this a good spot for everything? If I mine up here and bring it down lower, maybe? I'm stuck now. There we are. Yeah, that's really touchy controls. Wow. Wow, is that touchy. Okay. There's where all that stuff is. I wonder what the control key's doing there. But where would I want to build? Luckily we don't. We can actually crash this ship because I'm a horrible flyer. It's interesting that you get to fly this ship, though. That's kind of a interesting feature of the game. But I'm really, really bad at this. So if I wanted to... Green moon? I didn't look at any of the moons before. If I wanted to do this, let's see, I can click here, and yeah, let's do over there, just for reasons. Okay. Let me see if I can just set the ship down nicely in there. Probably not. Okay, Wally, you really need to learn how to fly. Sure, just point it nose down, that's fine. How big of a landing space, or of a building space, is this going to be? Okay, let's get out. Before I make it worse. Let's see, we've got cobalt here, lots of rock, sulfur's there. There's supposed to be uranium as well. Quartz there, iron there. And then over here is copper. This isn't that big of an area, but maybe mine one of these uraniums. High capacity battery. Sure, carry some uranium in your pocket, no big deal. Nuclear fuel cell, energy cell, whatever that said. Yep, some more greenium over here. There's lots over there. Probably just wander around this whole island just to see where there might be more. But we still don't know how to make the controller thingy yet. We also need a habitat here. And where do we want to build at? That's the problem with this particular landmass. Other than the fact that we don't have a way to get logistics from this landmass to the other one, I don't think. Sulfur would be really nice over here. To mine over here and send back home without having to establish a new base over here. That would be a really nice thing to do. Can I just make cement and gears? I need to craft. Okay, I need a little pod here to put up. Maybe put it over here. Maybe. There, please. And oh, someone also said if you build into the ground like that. Oh, I gotta have more cement. I need to go get the cement out of the car here. I probably shouldn't have put all that in there anyways. Let's do this and this. If you build into the ground here a little bit, like if I can get it to do it again, it'll just redo the ground around you kind of thing, which is okay. Then we need an electrical panel, which means we need cable. Right, I left it all in the ship. Nope, wrong button. But are you still using power? No. Okay, good. Cable. Take some of this. I'll take this, this, and that. That. Sure. There, please. Did I do the same larger base here or not? That is the question. How does this work? Oh no. Let's see. We definitely need a workbench. Oh, I need iron ore for the workbench? Oh, okay. Oh, well. What about the other thingy? Any gears for that? Okay, we'll have to make gears then. How many gears was it? I've already forgotten. 2. Okay. I'm trying to do this with the single pod over here, just because. Give me this and not this. Controller. Can we make the controller yet? No. So what do I need to make? Find uranium, so we have to have a thing for that. Maybe I need to make a computer, which means I would need to make 10 circuit boards. Let's just go ahead and do it. We'll use them eventually if we don't use them now. In case that unlocks the controller. Because we've made everything else but this advanced battery, which needs 5 uranium. So we could do one of those. Oh, interesting, you don't use the standard battery to make the advanced one. Use battery cells to make it. So maybe we can have both. As we'll try. Can I make 5 of those reasonably? Yeah, because we can mine sulfur here. So let's just go ahead and make 5 of those. Make this better battery with the uranium we picked up, and then we can work on the other things. So, if you can make refined uranium, where do you mine uranium from? That is the question. That the wave, everybody. Inventory. That's what I wanted. Crafting component. Crafts advanced parts machines. I put this in the slot over there. Do I get the cumulative effect? 100 plus 200 plus 70? Yes, I do. Okay. So it's a decision to make, at least. If I stay outside during the wave, what happens? I never have. Can I just stay out here and keep picking up uranium and stuff? I can't see myself very well, though, from here anymore, so yeah, that's fine. That might be a uranium cave down there. See the uranium poking out of it? Oh no, I drowned. There goes the other island. I wonder if this is on a timer from every session start or something along that line. Yeah, I just reappeared here where I left off. Okay, that's interesting, but also kind of no fun. Okay, so there's lots of uranium around here, and then there's probably more down in that cave, at the very least. What can I do for this? Oh yeah, that's gotta be uranium down there. Any other caves that look like they got stuff poking out? That might be a cave, but I don't know what's poking out of it. This might be a cave or might be an artifact, and we obviously have a seam issue here. Yep. Okay, so, but as far as mining uranium, I don't know how we do that. Let's see. So we need to be able to mine. We definitely need to be able to mine. Whatchamacallit here? Sulfur. Even if it means the 3 or 4. That was 3. Even if it means mining a bunch of it and ferrying it back with the ship, I don't think I want to build a new base here. I don't think. We need power now, of course. Let's just do one of these big guys. Just because of how kind of awful this terrain is, at least until we can get a steamroller going. If we can get a steamroller going, then I might change my mind. What can we use that for? Let me build another, see, rotor, 4 filters, build another refinery. Just to kind of look at what else we might be able to do. Rotor, and then 4 filters. Whether I keep this up here or not is up for demand. Well, at least I want to maybe refine the uranium here. We need water too, right? So maybe I put this down by the cave. Okay. This otherwise, only other thing was basalt, so I don't want this here. What about like you? Wait, don't I have gears? Didn't I just pick up? Oh no, I didn't have to pick up anything with gears. Is there anything else we can craft with sulfur that we need to have like automated for some reason? I think the answer to that question is no. Why is there a buildings category down here that goes nowhere? Must be future stuff. Still don't know the controller, but we might if we make the refined uranium. So yeah, let's do a, see that, we've got one of those. I don't think we had anything else we could forge. Any other forge recipes, that is. Should just be the 4. Yep, just the forge. 4 in the forge. Part producer, we need 2 more circuit boards and 4 more gears. Make a couple more of those. Just to have confirmation of the fact that we can't make anything else over here. Let's see. We haven't automated all of these things yet. Like, we don't have gears automated yet, which we should do at some point. We don't have glass pane automated, although I don't know if I really want to. And we have one of the foods, but not both of them. That are here, and then the other food and more things are in the assembly machine, which needs 3 more rotors. Do I have enough stuff for this? I do. Although it's going to cost me most of the rest of my wire, but we could always get more. Where are the other? Alright, let's do this. And here, these are all the things we can make in the hand crafting machine, so nothing else special there. So let's go down to where the uranium cave is. I may put up another pod down there. Meanwhile, we are mining a crap ton of sulfur. Actually, we've already stopped. Actually, one other thing first. Let's make one of these. Connect up a belt. And then I just spent most of my iron plates. Let's just do that. Fill that up to your heart's extent. Let's grab the iron plates we have in here. Not that button. This button. And you can see the depletion on that cell there. Grab the rest of these here. Sort. Okay. And let's go down to the uranium cave, which is down here. Right click. There it is. And on the way, I will mine whatever uranium that I happen to notice. But we all know about me and noticing things. That might be a little fun to get back up here. We'll have to see how that goes. I like how the HUD disappears. you're falling. Kind of interesting effect. Green rock. Okay. And yes, there is green rocks over here. Let's put up a refinery. Oh, you know what I didn't look for? Do I have enough stuff for this? I might. We can do this, but I don't know how good that's going to matter. How much that's going to matter. English, Wally. And then let's do one of these. Yes. And then let's do some of these. We have the power we need. It looks to be so. So let's stuff this in here. And producing 12 refined uranium per minute. I don't necessarily want to stick all the uranium in there to refine. I was kind of hoping that it would, I don't know, blip something that I could then find something else to use at this point, but it doesn't appear to want to do that. Couple on the ceiling that I didn't bother with earlier. Of course, there's more of this around the island, but not a lot more. I mean, this is obviously a big concentration here. Oh, there's one back there I missed. But there might be more elsewhere. But there's not, at least unless I missed it in the 3 times I looked at this map, there's not a uranium mine location. And even zooming out this far, I don't see anything else land-wise. So we might be kind of done already with that. I'll keep the 10. So I literally made enough refined uranium for, what, 6 bars? Yeah. I'll leave this down here, though. At least until we find something else to do with it. But there's not anything else that I know to do with it at this point. So the only other thing to do, of course, would be to scout around this island. Pick up any uranium we find that's laying around, which there is bound to be a bit more. And bound to be some that I will miss. But I'm not sure what else there is. Maybe, depending on feedback, after a couple of days, that way you guys have a chance to give me feedback. Let me know if there's something else that I should be able to do here. Without being able to make that controller, or at least not seeing where I can make that controller. I don't know what else I can do to get that steam roller going. Unless I'm just being daft or blind. I could build one of these, I suppose. Go back up there and build one of those. But I'm not sure what else there is to do here besides... Unless the ship can be automated with those. That's how you get the sulfur back and forth. With the landing platforms. I don't think so, but I don't know. But still, controller's outstanding, and I think I've picked up at least something of everything that there is. And I haven't seen a... where am I at? Am I in the middle of the landmass here? Oh, I'm at the copper. Okay. That's basalt there. Yes, low oxygen. I forgot about that. I'll be fine. Alright, so I picked up a few more uranium, like 5 more. And that ship platform. I put that like over here, kind of hanging out. There's the controller. Alright, so what I will do is I will come back in the next episode and ship recall station. Oh, all right. We're going to definitely do some of this next time. So let's leave this here. And next time we'll see what we can do as far as both that, the steamroller and whatever we can do maybe for some ship automation type stuffs in the next episode. So, and also make a nuclear energy cell for our ship, although we don't need it yet. So we'll see what happens in the next episode. But for now, we'll leave this here, and we will see what we can accomplish next time. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you then. Bye for now.